Hello. Hi, Rohit.
Hey Karthik, how are you doing, man?
Congratulations.
अरे सेम टू यू यार, क्या बढ़िया रहा ना. We cleared it
So,
together.
anyway, this was a bit unexpected.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, yeah, how are you feeling right now?
So about that, like initially I was feeling, it obviously take time to sink in. So right now I guess it is sinking in. So I still feel, of course, the process is slow. We haven't got any intimation from the institution, but yes, I am feeling that yeah, I'm selected.
Yeah. Even I didn't get the mail till now.
Yeah.
So that's short. I'm feeling a bit numb. I it's still I have to sink that in. But yeah, so because we are taking this video, I'll introduce myself
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
everyone who will watch the interview as well. I mean, this interaction as well.
Yeah.
So I'm Karthik. I have a work ex of 8 months at ABB, and I worked as a design engineer. After that, I have a gap of 4 years where I was preparing for civil services. And yeah, hopefully I joined TISS.
Yeah.
That's something about it.
So talking about me, my name is Rohit, and I have uh, done my graduation in 2017, and since then I was preparing for civil services. So you can see that there is a gap of 5 years, and now here I am. I have converted HRM LR for like 2022-24 batch, and hoping and wishing for a good and knowledge-rich journey. So that's about me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, Acha, we'll recollect our journey. How did you first get to know about this? मतलब पहली
So
बार like
yeah.
हाँ
So, like in 2021, I remember that last year I have also given attempt. Last year I couldn't make
हम्म
it. I gave the interview, but I couldn't make it for merit test. So last year, what happened that after giving my UPSC mains, I was
हम्म
looking for different avenues. I was a bit dicey about the results, so I was looking for different avenues. And one of my friends said that administration may have a bit of management part. So why don't you look for something which is more inclined towards a field there? And he
हम्म
suggested me data and social sciences for
हम्म
masters in human resource management. And since it has very good placements and other factors which we have already introduced, so those things that attracted me towards this, and I got to know about it. What about you? Why don't you tell us? Why, like, how did you get to know about it?
So, first was I think a friend of mine.
Yeah.
She did HRM and LR. Though she's not that close friend, but so that was the first time I got to know there is an institute like this,
Mm-hmm.
which is providing a specialized course in human resource management. So
Mm-hmm.
at that time, I was preparing for civil services. I didn't have much idea about this. Later, slowly and slowly, I started getting to know that this is, it's a big thing. It's a big thing in the industry, and especially for human resource management, it's one of the top two institutes in the country. So that was the first time I got to know. Later, when I started, obviously I wanted to utilize whatever I've learned, my strengths and all in the management field, in the corporate field. I felt that human resource management is one where I can do that to the best. And obviously for that, this was the one that came in the mind. So
Yeah,
that's
and
how the
even
process was.
you and me have the similarity that we have prepared for civil services, and of course, we know each
Uh,
other for last 1 year. So, like
yeah.
the similarity is that we were able to utilize the knowledge whatever we have gained in UPSC
Hmm.
in one or other way, be it testnet or
Hmm.
be it even in interview preparation, the values that we have gained.
Hmm.
So, I think
Hmm.
that was certainly a big boost or to the overall process that we had. Okay,
Exactly.
why don't we start with that? Talking about that, of course. So, how did you prepare for testnet? What was your, overall approach? If you can
Okay.
tell us something about that to the viewers.
See, when it comes to testnet, first thing was I looked at the syllabus. I
Mm,
looked at the pattern of the examination.
mm.
There were no negative marking.
Yeah,
So
that was certainly something really great. Yeah.
So one thing is, because I have a background of, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay. So because I have a background of civil services preparation, my GK was something which was a little bit sorted, at least when the static portion is compared.
Hmm.
Then with respect to the English and maths part, because I was preparing for management exams as well for
Hmm.
CAT,
Hmm.
it helped me a lot.
Hmm.
Especially the maths part, it really helped me a lot. I was
Hmm.
able to score well in that. In English too, I was able to improve my marks. So in this way, I think I was somehow able to manage the testnet. But at the same time, we know the this time the pattern of not the pattern, but the difficulty level of testnet changed a little bit, especially in GK section.
Yeah, and like
What do
difficulty
you feel
level
about that?
changed. It was such an unexpected exam. Like when I came out of the exam center, I was since we have prepared so much about it, like we were doing it
Yeah,
for last, I don't know, I don't remember the exact month, but 2 3 months we were preparing for testnet, and we were
exactly.
expecting very good marks. We were aiming for that. We will score 80 plus. And when I
Yes,
came out of exam hall, I was like, I don't think I'll be able to clear the cutoff also, because such an unexpected paper it was.
exactly. I mean, even though the pattern was the same, but I felt the kind of GK questions that came, or maybe there was something which I guess it was like a,
Yeah,
it's
I can feel it.
it was
I
very
can definitely
difficult for
feel
me to
that.
come.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the same
Okay.
feel. And yeah, to the people who are watching, how to give a context, how we prepared for testnet. What we did was that we took monthly current affairs section and some of the statics section as well. And we had a group. It's called Launchpad Community.
Yeah.
So where we used to, continuously ask questions with each other, conduct a small kind of quiz every single day, and we used to prepare it like that. So I'm happy that from our group, most of us, we were able to clear the cutoff, and at the same time, I think we were able to create that value in the extempore and OPI as well.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's something that I feel happy about.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
this is with respect to testnet, and especially, can you tell me how you prepared for GK for those people who are watching this?
Yeah, again, talking about GK. So, as Karthik has mentioned, that civil services preparation certainly helped with the static part. But of course,
Hmm.
I was not very, you know, taking it for granted. I was, of course, preparing it, whatever notes I had, and at the same time, some basic GK from Lucent. Lucent is a very good book. You can take a look at
Hmm.
it, and you can, of course, if you have a good background, Lucent makes it easy for you to recall all the facts
Hmm.
that is there.
Hmm.
Now, moving ahead, talking about the current affairs part, of course, current affairs, there are so many websites that are uploading every day the new current affairs that are available. So, I would suggest that you should rely on newspaper, everyday newspaper
Hmm.
that you're reading, and second, any one current affairs website. Don't fish for too many current affairs websites, like going for one to
Exactly.
another. Take one, do it religiously, revise your content, cram it, because most of the current affairs website in one or other way cover the total syllabus.
Exactly.
There
That's
will
the
be,
reason also
yeah,
that one is enough.
yeah, there will be hardly 5 or 10% you would be missing. And
Yeah.
if you are so unlucky that you don't get any question from the 90% content you have prepared,
Then I'm
uh,
sure 90% of the students will also not get it.
yes, that's the whole idea.
Exactly. So that was the
So
thing. But also adding to that, I think this year, I don't remember any questions from geography, or maybe one question, or similarly ancient history or modern
yes,
history. And
yes, static was
so the
totally
point is
missing.
that the so-called
UPSC
the
advantage.
thing that only one people can do that, and one kind of people can do that, only civil servants can do that, that is also breaking down. Now the
Hmm.
point is, you have to be good with the
Everything. Yeah.
currently the current affairs, the monthly current affairs, and that anyone can do that.
Yeah.
Now coming
So
to the this extempore and OPI.
yeah, before
How
going
do
to
you do?
extempore and OPI, I would like to highlight one more thing. Whoever is preparing for testnet, please go through previous year papers. Please take a look
Exactly.
and analyze that what kind of questions are being asked.
Hmm.
Of course, questions, there is a possibility, very less possibility that question will be repeated, but you'll have a very basic idea, very basic understanding that what kind of question you need to prepare.
Hmm.
And accordingly, of course, you can devote your time and hard work towards it. So that will really help. Now moving ahead to
It gives
extempore.
a
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
exactly. What I was saying was that it gives a cushion as well.
Yes.
That if your testnet marks are high, if your interview and extempore doesn't go as planned, it gives you a cushion. You're still in time.
And of course, the
So
weightage is
yeah,
50%. 50% weightage is not a weightage that you
50%.
can.
Yes, this is the
Yeah.
next thing that I wanted to ask. Now that the pattern for after testnet
Mm,
for the entire final result has changed,
mm,
testnet has become 50% of your selection, the
mm,
parameter for selection,
mm,
and 20% is your extempore and 30% is your interview. So the personal interaction is other 50%.
mm, mm,
So looking into that, it also means that not just your written exam, which is again very important, but at the same time, our extempore is also very important. Extempore and interview, our interaction.
mm, mm. You're right.
So would you like to highlight how you prepared, how we all prepared actually?
So, as Karthik has pointed out, we had a very small group named Launchpad Community, and we used to conduct regular extempo session every day. The exercise was so rigorous; we never used to miss a single session. Like,
Hmm.
because the devotion, or you can say the determination towards clearing it, was certainly there. We wanted to make it to the test, so we used to do extempo session every day. We used to give valid or constructive criticisms about how to improve on that. We used to keep exact timings, and at the same time
Hmm.
writing every topic and whatever the pointers people used to give as a feedback, we used to write it down, revise it, remember it, so that whenever next time the same topic comes, we'll be able to improve on that. So that was extempore that we used to do. Would you like to add something on it, Karthik?
Yes, exactly. I think the biggest benefit that I have received is in this group was the peer learning. When obviously I started, I had a limited understanding of human resource management, labor relations. But when everyone is so committed towards it and everyone is giving the points, obviously our knowledge, the kind of knowledge that we have, our understanding that we have, both knowledge and understanding, that improves drastically. And the next aspect which really helped me was that since we were doing extempore sessions regularly, and it was on different topics, not just the topics related to HR. That is basically from the how to use artificial intelligence in recruitment, and how we basically use how organization development, what organization development is, and how it impacts the impact of ODCL, and how organization behavior is crucial to understand the people's psychology and frame various policies. We even learned the new terms like what was that, organization transactional analysis.
Yes.
So these
On
kind of
effect,
things,
halo effect. I like.
yeah, the various biases,
Oh my God,
these are
that was.
something that really helped. I mean,
Yes.
that brings the difference.
Yeah. Malak,
So that
tackling any topic that is given in extempore,
hmm,
it prepares for that. Of course,
exactly.
there was no promise that this topic will come in exam. There was no promise like that.
Hmm.
But we knew that this is going to help. This is
We
going to
knew that
help.
we could speak.
Yes, that was.
We
Yes.
knew. I knew that any topic, if they give, how much ever tough it is, I'll speak on it, and I'll somehow relate that to the concept that is given, to the context that is given. If it is related to a corporate field or human resource management, I knew I'll relate it. So that was the confidence
Let's move
and
ahead to the personal interview part.
personal interview.
So, talking about personal interview, Karthik, what do you think that uh, the process or the things that really helped you, or like how did you prepare for it? First of all, tell us how did you prepare for the PI part?
So first, I'd taken a lot of mock interviews. And I was doing that as much as possible. I was asking the people who are there in TISS, I was asking various coaching institutes, so many things. And most importantly, I took mock interviews within ourselves, within the Launchpad community. We used to hold regular mock interviews. That helped me because here the kind of feedback that we give is very personal, right? You tell
Yes,
me, you
yes.
know what, Karthik, that's something you have to improve, or you know what, Rohit, that's some. So that basically helped me that okay, this is what I should, these are the improvements that I should do. Next is the personal interview. It's more there is a knowledge aspect and at the same time there is application, and at the same time there's personal aspect as well. They are trying to look more of the personal aspect. That's what I feel. How your personality is, what your personality is, and how you are linking that to the profession in any interview, in any kind of interview. So for I'll tell my interview experience at this. It mostly revolved around my work experience at ABB, the reasons why I'm choosing human resource management, moving from the civil services preparation uh, to this, the leap from UPSC to here, human resource management. And at the same time, what is my understanding of the entire HR concept? That they ask through different questions like, what initiatives did you like at the organizations that I worked? Similarly, what initiatives that you generally find in organizations that can be improved? What HR initiatives can be implemented in the entire government sector as well, in the entire civil services as well. So I think that was the one that was the entire how my interview went, and I was able to tackle because I did that retrospection about my life as well. So what about you, Roy?
So I would like to highlight one thing that we did in this Launchpad community only. So we read the DEF and we tried to come up with like as a 5 questions every person, like as a
Hmm.
2 3 initial lines. Somebody is given 5 questions on those 2 3 lines, and that way we'll be able to create a question bank of around 100 questions personalized to a person.
Hmm.
And that effort, I think that effort paid me in the interview, because I was able to tackle all the questions asked to me. I was able to tackle all those questions.
Hmm.
Of course, I won't say that there weren't questions that were surprising or there weren't questions that were out of box, but the process that I went through, rigorous interviews, rigorous mock interviews every day, practicing in one or other way, remember setting and cramming some of the questions sometimes. So that helped me to prepare for any unexpected questions and answer it in a
Hmm.
way suited according to my skills, according to my values, and whatever I hold personally. I was able to
Exactly.
highlight that with every question. So I think that was one thing there.
Hmm.
So to summarize, why don't we give you and me together, or even differently, 3 pointers that we can give for testnet, extempore, and OPI, and we can wrap it up with that.
Okay. So for testnet, I would particularly say that it is because the kind of proportion for the testnet marks have increased. Prepare for testnet with seriousness, and for that I mean don't neglect any section. If you are good at maths and English, that's good. Go cover GK very well as well. If you're good at GK, don't neglect English and maths. It's not that you think it's easy compared to CAT, so we can just do it. The point is we all can do it, but the point is how good are we able to do that? Are we crossing that marks of 40 marks in out of 60 or 45 or 50? That will help a lot. When it comes to extempore, I would say that there are three important aspects. One is the structure. The structure is the one that defines, I think, it makes the extempore very easy. Find out the structure. And there are different structures. There's pestle analysis. I used to personally like this. What is it? First what, next is why, the impact, how, and next is what can be done. So this is the analysis that I used to
Gives
follow.
me nostalgia thinking about this thing. Like it hasn't been that long, but still I feel like oh my god,
Yeah,
what we
exactly.
used to do. Okay, okay. Move ahead. Third point. You were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one was basically the knowledge. You need to have a little bit of knowledge. For example, in my extempore, they asked me, the topic was improvement of women's participation in STEM. Now, obviously, you need to know what STEM is. You need to know at least what that domain is, and how, for example, I use the example of how feminization in agriculture that can be improved uh, by designing of technology, by women designing the technologies. Because if women design the technologies that women are working in the agriculture can handle it, then definitely that results will be better. So that's why women's participation is also required. So if you give that kind of practical examples, and that will come through discussions only. So that was one thing. And for interview, I would say that retrospect yourself and take as many, not just the quantity of mock interviews, but the quality as well. Know yourself better. So I think once you do that, other things become easy, and that definitely people around you will help you if they are going through the same process.
Yes.
These are the things.
So to conclude, I would say that if you're dedicated enough, if you're willing to put hard work, test net is or test exam is not asking for you to a lot of hard work, but it is asking for your hard work. And competition is rising every day. So don't think it as a easy exam and try to, do it with just luck. Try to put some hard work, try to put some dedication. And if you are willing to do it, this will welcome you with open arms. So that's I would like to say. That is all, I guess. So thank you so much, Karthik, for
Thank you.
joining. I guess.
Thank you, Rohan. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's have a great time ahead.
Yes, yeah, man. Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, man.
Bye bye.